Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your moon reading. And this is a full moon reading, as tomorrow, I believe we have the full moon. So many of you may be feeling that crazy full moon vibe, feeling of shifts and changes and pulls and chaos, possibly. I did want to mention one thing, and I know a lot of you hate that whole pushing of products, so I'm not going to really do this. This isn't for me, but my son, he's 8, and he makes these little candles at home, and he puts scents in them, and he can make different scents. And I've started a little Etsy shop. It's linked, okay? And I haven't put these on it, but if you guys do have an interest, comment, please let me know. He's just trying to make a little bit of extra cash to buy presents for birthdays, things like that with. They're not professional by any means. As you can see, this has like a tiny little crack in it, but we've used them and melted them down, and they work perfectly, and they smell amazing. This one he made for my mother. So her favorite is lemon cookies. So he mixed sugar cookie and lemon in this one, and it really does smell delicious. And made it blue for his favorite Kentucky Wildcats and FC Cincinnati. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So if any of you are looking to purchase a candle of this type from my little boy, I can certainly throw it up on my Etsy shop, my link, what have you, or we can work out a Venmo, PayPal situation, whatever, through here for him. But like I said, they may have a little crack or something. As you can see, I want you to just be aware of what you're getting. It's a very small little, it melts together, of course, no big deal there. It's in a, metal can with a lid. I was looking to see if I had the lid. I do have the lid here. So it does come with a lid in a variety of different containers, but I just wanted to mention that for him. I promised him I would. So, now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So I don't want to hold you up on that, but I did want to mention it. I promised him I would. So anyway, I think he's looking to buy Easter gifts for people. So anyway, let's go ahead and get in here and do your moon reading. It is a full moon, and it is a 7-card moon circle. So if you haven't seen this before, I have them on my channel, but we are going to do yours, my lovely Pisces. And the first position is kind of indicative of where you are now or what you might be facing. The second position is what got you into that. The third position is indicative of kind of like a challenge card, what's keeping you in that. The fourth card is your optimal outcome if you follow the 5th, 6th, and 7th cards. And if you can't see these, do not worry. We'll go ahead and hold those up as we go along, kind of get you there. So the first step is purity, okay? So for some of you, I do feel like you are having a conflict of like morality for some of you. So I don't know if this is a situation where, you just feel like you need to make a change because you don't feel like you're living your best life. Okay. So you may just be feeling like this is not serving me anymore, whether it's work, whether it's your family. Maybe you're feeling like this just isn't promoting me in the way that I want to grow positively. Okay. So that's the type of purity you're looking at. And for others of you, it may really be a morality, more grounded in that morality situation. Okay. Where you are more like having that situation of, I'm working a job and I know some things are going down that I don't approve of, right? I'm seeing it happen. Do I say something? Don't I say something? Do I leave? Do I stay? I don't like the way things are taking these turns, or I'm in a relationship and I'm finding things out. New things have come to light rather. And, what do I do about it? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I address it? And maybe this is even external. Okay. So, somebody's doing something to a friend of yours, a family member of yours, somebody that you care about. Do you make the comment? Do you say something, or, do you just stay back? Right. Is this something that you want to get involved in, or is this something you want to just stay completely clear of? And that may be where you're kind of having the struggle. So take it as it resonates for you. Of course, this is a general reading, but I do feel like for many of you, you may be having, a situation there. So what kind of got you into this is a new beginning. And, for a lot of you, this could be where, again, you have entered a new beginning, a new work environment, a new relationship. And maybe as new things are coming to light with this job you just took, with this, new person that you have kind of started to date or learn about or kind of build this kind of rapport with. You're learning things that you're kind of like, red flag here, red flag there, red flag on the play, but maybe you're kind of sweeping them under the rug, or you're comparing them to a really bad relationship you had or a really bad work experience you had. So you're like, in retrospect, it's not that bad. But this new beginning is still kind of the catalyst, right? That's making you kind of think about these things. Why is this all of a sudden on your mind? Why are these things all of a sudden coming up, right? And it could be your new beginning, or again, like I said, this could be a new beginning for somebody else, right? So you have a friend who's in a new relationship, in a new job, something like that. And you're like, do I say something when I know that this person they're in a relationship may be still in a relationship with somebody else, maybe still, hanging on to something else, or maybe they tried to talk to you when they're dating your best friend kind of thing, or, if it's work related, family related, they're talking about them behind their back, they're doing some things that they shouldn't be doing. Do you say anything? This is it's new and fresh. Should you cut it off before it gets too far, but a lot of times we don't want to get involved, right? We don't want to be the one, because shoot the messenger, right? So that's kind of where I feel like you're kind of at a real conundrum for yourself. Like, what do I do? And what's keeping you in it is the void. And this happens to be one of my favorite cards. If you look at this card, the person is resting very comfortably in a nice, serene, quiet place. And the void in this deck is specifically about going into a place that is safe, calm, comfortable for you, where you can really think, okay? You can think about things, think about what's right, what's going to be the best for everybody involved, what's going to be the most advantageous for not just you, but also what you feel is right, what's going to help the people you love the most, and then come out and handle business, right? Be stronger, be better, be wiser, okay? So I think this is the part of the process you're in. And because you are putting such thought into this, you're weighing all aspects, you're viewing all sides, you're saying, okay, I could say this, but if they don't believe me, it could break up an entire friendship that's been forever long because they're really smitten with this person, or they really love this job, or they really care about, or the same thing. I could break up this relationship because I'm seeing red flags, but this could be the one, and I'm creating these red flags in my mind because, of my past. I'm really hanging on to that past, or I'm looking for an excuse, or, whatever. And I should embrace it. Right. So you're really thinking everything through, which is really smart, but it does take time, and it does keep you in this cycle. So your optimal outcome is the answer, really, wisdom here. And in this card, wisdom is not book knowledge. You're standing on books, so you are doing your due diligence, which is what you're doing here, thinking. Okay, you're putting your mind in it, but really it's more about finding the right path here, right? You're looking above, right? You're looking up high, you're reaching for answers, what the divine spirit, what do you want me to do? What is best for me? What is best for my loves? The people I care about the most, right? I need the answers, right? So that's what this card is about. And I think that's your optimal outcome, is to really find the answer that's going to serve you the best. And it's going to be something that you can live with, right? Because that's ultimately what it is. What can you live with, right? If you don't say anything and somebody you truly, dearly love gets hurt, can you live with that? But, if you don't say anything or you do say something and they don't talk to you ever again, and you lose the best friend you've ever had, can you live with that? But then they go get hurt and they come back to you, is the relationship going to be so damaged it's irreparable? I mean, these are questions, right? Of course. And that's what you're really contemplating. And it's a good thing that you are. But again, this is going to be your ultimate outcome. Your outcome is going to be that you're going to get the answer. So that's really good news. But how do you get the answer, right? You're like, that's great, lady. Tell me how to get there. Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. And the first thing you have to do is you have to release, okay? And for all of you that are, really contemplative, overthinkers, this is going to be very hard for you. Releasing, any sort of ties you have to anybody. You have to release and really go with kind of a mental only approach, okay? I really think here you have to think it through in You know, what is the most logical approach? What would I want to do in a logical sense? If this were happening to me, what would I want my friends to do? What would I want to happen? Because that's really all you can do, right? You have to release all of these angsts, all of those worries about what if I lose this friend, what happens, because you don't know what can happen. We can't control the way other people react, right? We can only control the way we react. And that's one good thing about it though, is if you do lose a friend over it, they leave you, as long as you know that if they do get hurt, you'll be there to pick up the pieces for them because they were your best friend and you do love them, then you can release that, because again, you cannot control what other people do, right? All you can do is live your truth. So I think releasing all of these what ifs, releasing all of these emotional, I'm scared of losing this person, shooting the messenger, getting in trouble here, doing this or that. This is all stuff you have to let go. You have to think about it in a more logical approach, okay? And remember that it's not necessarily, you can't control everything. That's really what you need. It's not necessarily something within your control, okay? Protection, okay? This is the part where when you do speak your truth, live your truth, be your truth, whether this is affecting you directly, you're finding out somebody has kind of done you wrong, or you're not living the life that you want to live, or you're not being your truth, you're not telling somebody the truth, you're not being the one who's being on the up and up, and you're morally kind of upset about the way things are going, or questioning yourself, or not feeling good about yourself, or whether it's a friend, or whatever angle it is for you personally, whatever side of this coin that you may be on, put yourself in a protective mode in that no matter how the chips fall. So if you have to leave this person, you decide that is just not for me. The red flags are too many, okay? This job has put me in a predicament or a position that I don't feel comfortable in, I don't feel happy about. I may have to leave it. Protect yourself in a way, again, in a logical way, where you have a backup plan. You have a backup plan financially, you have a backup plan job-wise, you have another place to stay or live if you're living with this person. And if it's a friend that you are dealing with here, that you're trying to decide whether to interject in their lives, some information you might have, put yourself in a protective mode in that you just know, listen, when you talk to them, look, I do not want this to come between us, but I care about you. This is how I'm going to deal with it. And know going in that sometimes anger is misdirected, and it may be misdirected at you. You're just going to have to accept that, okay? But do everything you can to kind of protect yourself from real hurt here, okay? Real struggle. But you have to live your truth. That's the object here. That's the ultimate situation. That's what the outcome's got to be. That is how you have to live your life, right? And if there's anything here, whether it's you being the one in the wrong, or whether it's somebody else and you're getting involved, whatever it may be, you know, you have to live your truth. That's the only way you're ever going to be able to live happily, move forward happily, those kinds of things, okay? And the last thing is growth. And I think that growth is going to come organically in this regard, because I do feel like as you grow, as you see people for what they are, and as you realize that you are doing what is your truth, what is right, those who turn their backs on you, those who you find out get nasty when you call them out on what they are doing wrong, either to you or to somebody else, those who treat you poorly, those who put you in these predicaments, maybe, that is teaching you what you can and cannot tolerate, who you should and should not be around. And it's putting you in a position where not only are you learning, but you're growing, and you're taking yourself out of this impure environment, right? And in order to grow and to blossom, just like anything else on earth, plants, anything, you need a good, fertile, stable soil or environment. You don't need a toxic one. You certainly don't need one where you don't feel like you're safe or protected or people are being honest with you. You need a very good, safe, happy, good, sturdy environment to grow. And you will naturally do this as you are, in more of a protective phase. You have released some of these concerns and fears, and you have done what you know is right, okay? Which you definitely will. And I think this right here is you doing what's right. You know what's right. You're going to do what's right. That's not in question to me at all. I think that once you've come to this point where you have grown and you have understood, listen, I'm the one who has to live with my decisions. I'm the one who has to ultimately live with whatever I choose to do, or whoever I choose to stay with, or whatever friends I choose to, protect. If they leave, they leave, whatever, but I'm going to do what I think is right. That's true growth. You're risking your own self, your own peace, your own happiness, your own friends, whatever, for the right thing. And that's huge growth, right? And that is what is going to get you to a place where you are now on a higher vibrational level. You are now more at a place of higher knowledge, really. You know now what is right, what you want, what you'll tolerate, what kind of people you want around you. And that's where you find real clarity, and you will find real peace, harmony, morality, purity of heart, all of that. So I think this is inevitable to come for you. I think you're going to do the right thing. That's not in question. The question might be, what will you have to go through to get there, and how might other people react? If you're dealing with somebody on your own here who is not doing you right, or a job that you may have to leave, a person you may have to leave, a friend you may lose if you get involved, those are all potentials. But if you have to do that because they aren't sitting right with you, then there's a reason for that. And it's best that you get those people out of your energy, because they are sucking your energy. They're negative energy for you. And we know that because you wouldn't be questioning this if that weren't the case. Okay? So hopefully this resonated with you, and you are feeling a little bit more like you are on the right trajectory and know what to do. And hopefully everything will work out really, really well with you, and it will be smooth. You won't have too much pushback or issues, but I do think it's always the good thing to do the right thing that makes you feel right. Okay? So if you did enjoy this, if this did resonate with you, please do let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. That's completely free for you to do, and it really helps me grow my channel, which is really important to me. So I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I hope to see you back very soon. And again, if you did want to purchase one of my little 8-year-old's candles, he's ready to make some more tonight on this lovely evening. So he'd be more than happy to sell you a candle. So anyway, I hope to see you back very, very soon. I will be continuing to put up the Celtic spirit readings for each sign once we get the moon readings done. I did want to get those in before the full moon is gone. So have a good one. Bye.